could fade into black, never say a word. Cut our knees on the glass of a broken world. But oh, we're gonna love through the breakdown. In this planet of madness, we're safe now. You're the only choice I can make now. Can make now. 'Cause we don't belong anywhere but each other's arms. We don't belong anywhere but each other's arms. We don't like a drop of gold in the ocean, you light me up. Feel the warmth overflow in my frozen heart. Oh, we're gonna love through the breakdown. In this planet of madness, we're safe now. You're the only choice I can make now. Can make now. 'Cause we don't belong anywhere but each other's arms. We don't belong anywhere but each other's arms. We don't
Drop it. Let's go, let's go. Here we go.
Yo, what's up? This is Garminani. I just got here to the Music Circus Festival in Osaka, Japan. I'm really tired, but at the same time, I'm also really excited because I think it's going to be a great show today. Yes, sir. Okay, so my sound is always a mix of different genres and different vibes and different styles. That's one of the best things about making music to me, is to blend different inspirations of mine into one big piece of whatever. So for example, I love dancehall music and reggae music and music from the Caribbean. I love music from Brazil. I love music from Nigeria. I love music from the Middle East. Obviously, I love electronic dance music. So I love hip hop, and I try to blend. I try to blend all that into one big pot of happiness. Yeah, so we just released the new single. It's called Fogo, and it's featuring my man Julie Mar Santos on the vocals. I'm from Sweden, he's also from Sweden, but originally he's from Brazil. So when I made the track and it had such a Brazil vibe to it, I had to hit him up for the vocals, and we got together in the studio, and I'm really happy with how it came out, and this DJ support has been crazy. It's only been out for a few days, and the DJ support, even before it was released, it was crazy. Like, got played a bunch of times at Tomorrowland and other big festivals during the summer, and now it's finally out. So. Yesterday at the hotel before my show in Korea, I was listening to Afrobeat from Nigeria for like an hour, and it was so inspiring. This festival in Japan, I mean, me coming from Europe, some things are a little bit different out here, which is super interesting as well. Like, this festival starts really early, and they start out with hardstyle. Like, there's no building there, and the crowd goes crazy. They just want to go at it, like, straight up. So I'm gonna do a hard-hitting set, like from jump to end. It's gonna be crazy, crazy.
O som tá bom, o som tá, eu toco pra você, vem cá pra mim.
I definitely want to give a big shout out to the fans in Japan, because to me you guys are amazing. To me, every time I come out here, I think I've been here 5 times this past year alone, and every time I come out here I see people traveling from different cities to come to my shows, and you guys got the homemade signs, and you're really into the music, and you recognize every song of mine that I play, and the feedback and the love is such next level. So I'm just really thankful and happy and blessed to be here. So big up yourself, Japan, every time. Boom.
Talking noise, haters' voices trying to put us down. Let them see that we don't need them, they wanna be us now. Cause when we're pumping our fists and we fire up, we get them jumping like this till we're taking off.
So this is Quintino all the way from Amsterdam. Second year here at Music Circus, and this year what's going to be different from this year to last year is that I'm going to play a lot of new stuff. For example, I got a new one with Steve Aoki. That's going to be a really big one. We've been playing the whole summer. So that's a brand new record, and my new EP. My last EP I'm going to play, of course. And my new EP records I'm going to play. So first of all, a lot of new stuff. So make sure you check it out. If you're not here this year, be here next year, because we're going to play all exclusively like I do and all the other artists. So be it.
I know it's only good vibes. No ego, that's how we go. Who are they to even judge? All I know is this ain't a show. You and me just having fun. Cause when we're pumping our fists.
Yeah, so the summer for me has been really crazy. I've been in Europe. I started in America. Then I did Europe, like from Cyprus to Spain, France, Italy, every country in Europe. And I ended up the last week of the summer here in Asia. I did Thailand, China, and today the last show of August, the last show of my summer tour here at Music Circus Osaka. So pretty cool. The experience for me is, it became one of my favorite countries. I celebrated my birthday last year in Tokyo. And this year I'm gonna do it again because I love it so much. Japan is my favorite country. That's why I celebrate my birthday twice every year. I love it.
I know it's only good vibes. Good vibes, yeah. I know it's only good vibes.
What I try to do with my music is combine everything I like. So sometimes it's a vocal I really love. I'm gonna do a remix of it. I did a remix for Zed. Stay went an official remix. I did a remix for Mo, Final Song. because I really love the vocals, so I try to combine those vocal and a beat for myself, like really raw beats for my Go Harder EP, and then a more like vocal records for myself, and then I try to blend everything together, and that's my set. I started in Holland. I was living in a small city. I moved to Amsterdam. I started to make music. I kind of ended up playing in a few big parties, like at the first DJ or maybe the last DJ. And I moved up piece by piece. I released a lot of records, and I had a #1 hit in Holland. That's where it all changed for me. Then I did like 200 shows a year in Holland. And after that, I made like more music. Then Tiesto signed my records. Then I made Epic. And after that, I started to play international all over the world, and that changed my life. So yeah, from Holland to a small city to Amsterdam to all over the world. Yeah, so I get this question a lot because there's so many people trying to make music right now, and actually there are a lot of good producers right now. Because there's so much competition, it's really hard to stand out. It is, I know how hard it is. We started in a time that there was less artists, less producers. So the only tip I can give you, just make a lot. Just make sure you be in the studio a lot. Make like 1 million records, and there's gonna be one hit eventually. But don't just stop after 1 or 2 and keep sending them out. Just make a lot, then you're gonna make the difference. But I know it's really, really hard nowadays, but there's like 1 million of producers out there and so many good talent. Yeah, I got a lot of collaboration. Not everything is finished, but I work with a lot of artists. The things that are finished is the one with Rehab is coming out next month. I got one with Stevie Aoki, as I told. I'm doing a lot of new remixes that are coming out. And the other collaborations, they're almost finished, but not yet, so I cannot tell the names. But they're like the biggest in the scene, so you can expect big collaborations. This is Quintino all the way from Amsterdam to Osaka. Club TV, thank you for having me. This year was amazing already. Maybe see you next year. Bye-bye.
I'm losing my feeling.
What's up? This is Unmet Oscar, DJ, producer, sound designer, sign of Spinning Records from the Netherlands, and we're in Osaka right now. Probably like every DJ saying like Tomorrowland was one of the best this year. It's just amazing, like a lot of people coming from all around the world. The vibe is great. Also, I played last week in Istanbul. That was absolutely insane. And but also excited for today here in Osaka, Music Circus. I love the crowd here, so I'm really looking forward. My sound is not easy to describe actually, but I love to mix up different elements from different styles and create something with my signature in it. But if I have to describe it, it would be somewhere between electro house, progressive, techno, trance, basically maybe all genres mixed up. When I make music, it's like I can get inspired by basically anything. It's like when I just open the window and I see the sun shining and it's like a summery vibe, I get inspired. Or I just hear a new music from just like a new talent and I hear something in it and I get inspired as well. So basically I'm open for any kind of inspiration. That's the nice thing about that. Depends on, like sometimes I see a video from another artist and I see like elements and it's like, whoa, this is really cool, I can use this. It's basically how I make music as well. I listen to a lot of different kinds of music and I hear the elements and what I like, I pick it out and I use it in my music. That's basically what I try to do with my music videos as well. But sometimes it's hard to match it with your track. But I don't know. It's a nice process. You know, I was grown up in the Netherlands, so we have a lot of big names like Tiesto, Armin, but basically I got inspired by a lot of DJs, even just not big ones, but if I see or hear something, I basically got inspired. So there is a lot of stuff I'm gonna play today. Some of my older stuff, some of my famous stuff like The Hum, Raise Your Hands, but also a lot of unreleased stuff. And I'm just really excited to drop them. I almost know that people are gonna love it. So yeah, a lot of music videos actually. The last one was Everything Changes. Actually, it's funny because we made the video. I actually kind of direct the video myself. The melodies I try to use is like when I make music, most of the time I just imagine that I'm standing on a festival and like playing for a big crowd, and that's how I make my melodies. But most people recognize my sound with my melodies and my kicks actually. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all my fans around the world, and thank you for supporting me and my music, and I hope to see you guys soon on the festival.
Hey guys, my name is Dannic. I'm here at Music Circus Festival in Osaka, Japan. I've been producing for 6 years now. I have my own label called Funk Recordings. People know me probably from Revealed Recordings and Hardwell, collaboration with Hardwell as well, and all the tours that I did with him. But now I have my own label, my own sound. It's Groovy Big Room, and yeah, I'm just here to make people smile. I basically started 14 years ago as a DJ in a local bar, playing all kinds of stuff. I think almost 9 years ago I started listening to more house music when Fedde Le Grand had Put Your Hands Up for Detroit, Let Me Think About It, and also Funkerman. Those were like two big influences for me. Of course Tiesto and Hardwell as well, but I really like the groovy sound that Fedde Le Grand was putting out at the time, and that's basically molded me into what I'm producing right now. A festival in a club is two different things. In a club I can play for 4 hours, 6 hours, doesn't matter. Because you can really tell a story, you can build up a whole night. The festival is a different stuff. You're in a lineup and you have to compete almost with all the other guys in the lineup. So I always feel like if you're playing 1 hour or 1.5, you have to just give everything you have. And sometimes it's a plus, sometimes it's not, because I want to tell a story instead of like banging out all the hits. But on the other hand, like I like playing festivals because it's like the energy level is here. Told people like 2 years ago that I hope that the scene was going to a bit more towards groovy and a bit more musically, because that's what I missed in a lot of DJ sets. So I really love groove, and groove is something, it has to be danceable. I'm not a fan of the 4x4 beats. Just I love a little bit of swing in it, and that's what I really hope that's gonna continue for the rest of at least a couple of years to come. Yeah, right now I'm really happy to announce that I just released my new collaboration with Fedde Le Grand, my all-time hero. It's called Coco's Miracle. It's a remake of I Need a Miracle by Coco Star herself. We teamed up with her to do this remake, and I'm just really happy with the end result. I think it's a perfect blend between our genres. Hey guys, this is Dannic. Thanks for watching Club TV. Japan, I love you. Thank you.
Baby, have you ever looked at the stars and thought maybe it's already written for us? It's crazy.
Hey Japan, we are VINAI and we just played here Music Circus Osaka 2017. It was mind-blowing.
So if you wanna get it, baby, I just wanna know, and get it straight, yeah. I just wanna be with you every day. So if you do get it, baby, I just wanna know if you gon' dress me in the latest. I just wanna see you every day. 'Cause you take my breath away with every word you say.
We were playing like club show tour. We just did a 10 days tour in Asia. This was the closing show of the tour, Music Circus.
With a set very energetic.
Very energetic set. A lot of new music. Tomorrow going home, finally. Gonna hit the home bed.
Tell me, have you ever felt this before? 'Cause I've never, and now I'm trying to ignore
The
it.
energy. And yeah, the energy inside the track. The vibe inside the record, no stop. Like we don't waste time with the music metrics. A lot of music they have like empty spaces that in the club scene, in the festival scene, they kind of like shut down the energy of the crowd. So when you don't do that, you have like a 3-minute extended mix that perfectly fits in your set without killing the dance floor in a bad way with empty spaces. I would say all the time that we are in the studio or that we are on the road trying to make new music, I would say inspiration comes from kind of everything that is around us, like maybe even a sound or just a place, a melody that we have in our head, And I don't think there's one rule to say this is where our inspiration comes from. It really comes from everything. Other songs, everything.
Would you stand by me? Or would you run away? I wanna keep you close.
Yeah, of course. Especially because we are brothers.
Yeah, and like try to imagine yourself playing in a festival like this. If you have to play, so using the console and the CDJ, mixer and the CDJs, you cannot go on the top of the DJ table because you need to press play over the next
So it's a
song.
different show.
It's a different show. You can do a lot of things. Like try to imagine, okay, let's say you want to do the champagne shower on a drop of an EDM song. So you know that after the first kick of the drop, you probably have like 20-25 seconds after you must change the next song, something like that. How can you do that if you're just yourself? I mean, you can, but it's really hard. So if you're a duo, even for those things, you're really much better. You can do a lot of more interaction, a lot of more things in general, and also producing 2 brains, 4 ears, 4 hands.
A lot of new music, a lot of new collaboration. One is with Carnage, who we played today. Another one is with a DJ which is in the top 3 DJ mag, but we cannot say the name, but you can guess.
Then we have,
a lot of new single.
Yeah, a lot of collaboration, a lot of edits. We started our label a month ago. It's called 030, and we have a lot of music from newcomer guys. And in some of those records, we kind of put our imprint, or we do a little bit of modification to make that demo even more perfect. Japan has always been for us
A good place to play.
yeah, they always have such a great energy, a lot of passion, a lot of dedication. Like today, yeah, a lot of fans, a lot of signs. It's it's different because people here, they react in the dance music in a way like they never, not they never hear this before, but something really fresh for their ears. You know, in Italy or in Europe, dance music has been around for like 20 years. So here it's still very fresh.
Hey Club TV, we are VINAI.
Thank you so much for the love. We love you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Hey guys, my name's Hewitt. I'm predominantly like a trance singer. I started off in rock music, but I've gravitated towards trance music, a little bit of house music and progressive, but mostly trance. Sure. I mean, you know, the highlights are always the shows, the people that you get to meet, the amazing places that you get to see. So inspirational. You know, I never would have gotten to come to Osaka probably otherwise if I didn't have a show here. So I'm very grateful for these experiences. The low points are sometimes when you go straight from a show to the airport at 4 a.m. and you haven't slept for 2 days. And, you know, the other day I actually fell asleep on the airport floor with my face in somebody's old chewing gum, I think. And I just passed out because I was so tired after 2 days of traveling. So these are the low moments, you know, but it's okay, it's worth it. I've been constantly on tour this summer, actually. It's been a lot, which is great. You know, it's just country hopping the whole time. So I'm getting to go home to Australia for 2 weeks, but that is for another tour next week. But still, at least I'm home. I'm on home ground. But yeah, it's nice to be busy. But at the moment, I live from a suitcase. People say, like, whenever you're an overnight, like you come out overnight, it's usually like a 8 to 10 year process to be an overnight success. So it's like the 10 years behind the scenes that nobody sees of you writing songs and sending demos out and trying to work with this person and that person and get signed. So, but for me, I wrote a song with a DJ called Chris Lake, and that was a demo. That was not the thing that was supposed to be successful. I had a deal with Sony at the time, and that fell through. The demo with Chris Lake got played on radio, and there we went. Yeah, you know what? My music is it's emotional. I'd say it's real. Like, it's real. It comes from the heart. So I like to connect with people through music. It's the way that I connect to people all over the world. So hopefully that distinguishes me from other people. I love the process of like creating something visual to go with the music. It's always fantastic to kind of put a storyline visually to something that you've written and be able to show people this. So I've been doing a lot more music videos lately to convey this, you know, and been lucky enough to work with some guys called Soul Vision in Amsterdam who are visually absolutely amazing and stunning. So yeah, they really like convey the emotion of the music through visuals, which is great. I always go for the visuals that look like memories, if you know what I mean, because for me I feel like music becomes the soundtrack to our lives, so it always induces memories, and I always want to create that feeling of, you know, when you're a teenager and you hear a song and it becomes the soundtrack to that moment, that every time for the rest of your life that you hear this song, it takes you right back there. So for me, in the music videos, I want to create that sense of these are the memories that go with the music. Hey guys, I'm Emma Hewitt. You're watching Club TV. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Hope to see you in Japan again.
Cause I'll be a freak until the dawn. We can all through the night to the early morn. Cause I'll be a
This is Rehab live from Osaka. Just played Music Circus 2017. Was absolutely incredible. I mean, always progressing. Just making music that I like. You know, I can make a complicated story, but you know, it is as simple as it is. Music in general influences me. I think right now the hip-hop movement's very strong. Trap, hip-hop, rap, but also pop. So I think everything, you know, is influenced. It's very simple. It's easy to work when someone is looking. It's hard to work when someone is not looking. It's very simple. You gotta put in the time all alone, you know? If it's your bedroom, your garage or whatever, at the end you gotta do it. Just released a track 2 days ago called You Could Be together with Krepto. Got a new one coming with Quintino in a couple of weeks, and then the album 15th September, Friday 15th September.
It ain't my fault you keep turning me on.
What up? This is Rehab. A big shout out to all my fans in Japan, and a big shout out to Club TV for having me. Arigato!
I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home.
Konnichiwa, daimasu. Osaka, Japan. I'm Dash Berlin. I'm actually a part of Three, and we make electronic dance music. Sometimes we call it rain falling up. This is how we describe our sound.
I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home.
Tonight here in Music Circus was definitely a very, very big highlight for me as the first time being here in Osaka. A very big honor to play for such an enthusiastic crowd. Actually, we have a lot of music this year. We just released We Are Part 2. It's the second album of the We Are version. A long time ago, we launched We Are Part 1. And immediately after the launch, people were already speculating about when is Part 2 coming. We've been working back and forth with a lot of collaborators on this album and has been having really good feedback. Hey Japan, while the fireworks is going off, I'm Dash Berlin here in Osaka for Club TV.
One more time for DJ Fedde Le Grand, somebody make some noise! Fedde Le Grand, Le Grand, Le Grand.
Told me once, told me twice in a row, you were gonna leave me. That we were done, life story gone.
Yo, what's up guys? My name is Fedde Le Grand. I'm from Holland. I've been doing this for quite some time. I think the record I'm probably most best known for is either Put Your Hands Up for Detroit or Let Me Think About It or So Much Love. I think so. And I think my sound, especially at the moment, is it's actually somewhere between big room and future house. So, and you know, I usually do quite an energetic set, I think, and that's it.
Don't put a gun to my head unless you make me dead. 'Cause I'm a fire starter. I'm a bird till you go. Don't put a gun to my head unless you make me dead. 'Cause I'm a fire starter. I'm a bird till you go. Don't put a gun to my head.
I think with every artist, it doesn't really matter what you do. If you're a painter or a sculptor, or I think you always get influenced a little bit by what's going on. So, you know, I changed a little bit over the years, but I think the funny thing is that right now I'm kind of like, it's kind of come full circle. I'm kind of back where I started, and you know, it's somewhere where I feel very comfortable. And I think the more housey sound is definitely the way forward at the moment. And I think it's going to be interesting how it's going to develop here in Japan. I've been coming here for about 7 or 8 years, and I've seen the scene grow very fast. So and I think it's at a great point right now. So I hope it's going to stay there, and I hope you guys will join me on my house journey. Kind of don't think a lot about what you're doing. That's usually the best way to start.
Girl, I speak your language. You come first, so I take no advantage. Granted, and you just what your body need. So girl, just let me proceed.
Because you've been around for a little while, you kind of have an overview. So I think I'm actually I know way better what I want and where I want to be. And especially now, I think now is a very interesting time because kind of like anything goes music-wise, and that's usually where I feel most comfortable. I think a music video should always be based on the song. It's a certain feeling that you have with the song. I mean, sometimes it's a pretty straightforward party video. I just did an animated video because I thought it was best for that track, and there's a new track coming which is more of a, I don't know, it's kind of like a very serene scenery video because the track is a little slower and it's kind of pretty, so I think that vibe fits the best. And I think I've been kind of fortunate to always have great guys around me. A Final Kid who does like a lot of after movies worldwide. He's one of my best friends, so I think I've always been kind of fortunate to have good people around me. Fedde Le Grand here in Japan, looking forward to my set, and you're watching Club TV.
Oh, you're moving kinda slow. You gotta keep it up now, there you go. There's just one thing that a man must do. I'm packing all the flavor you need. I got to shook up on your knees, 'cause it's all about the dog in me. I want a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. That can satisfy me, just for me. If you are that kind of man, 'cause I'm that kind of girl. I got a freaking secret, everybody sing, 'cause we don't give a damn about a thing. 'Cause I'll be a freak until the dawn, yeah. And we get all through the night to the early